Who actually needs a 12,000 square foot signal booster in their office, and who is just wasting money on something that won't fix their real problem? If you've ever walked into a meeting room and watched the call drop or stared at a spinning wheel while trying to upload a file, you know the frustration. The weBoost for Business Office 200 promises to fix that, but is it the right fix for your space, your budget, and your daily workflow? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't one of those tiny plug-and-play boosters you stick on a windowsill. It's a full DIY kit designed for business owners who want the best possible performance without relying on a professional installer. If your office is spread across multiple rooms, has thick walls, or sits in a valley where cell towers are miles away, you've probably already tried cheaper solutions that barely moved the needle. The Office 200 is built for those tougher setups where a basic booster just won't cut it. The headline spec is 72 dB of gain, which sounds impressive until you realize that most boosters top out around 60 dB. That extra 12 dB can make a real difference if you're trying to pull in a weak signal from a distant tower. It also supports all US carriers, including Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and even UCell, so you don't have to worry about compatibility headaches. The FCC approval is a nice bonus, but it's table stakes for any booster sold in the US. What matters more is whether it actually works in your building. The setup process is DIY, which means you're not waiting on an installer or paying extra labor costs. That's great if you're comfortable drilling holes and running cables, but it's not for everyone. If your office has drop ceilings, exposed ductwork, or historic plaster walls, you might need to get creative with the placement of the indoor antenna. The kit includes everything you need, but the instructions assume you have at least basic handyman skills. If you've never held a drill or crimped a coaxial cable, this might not be the project for you. One thing that stands out is the customer support. weBoost offers US-based support through an app, chat, and phone. That's a big deal if you're troubleshooting signal issues at 2 p.m. on a Friday. Most boosters come with a manual and a prayer, so having real help available is a nice change. Still, don't expect them to magically fix your building's structural issues. If the problem is a complete lack of signal penetration, no booster can create a signal where there isn't one. The 12,000 square foot coverage is a theoretical maximum, and it assumes ideal conditions. In reality, your mileage will vary based on the layout of your office, the materials in your walls, and how far you are from the nearest tower. If your office is a single open floor with drywall and standard insulation, you'll likely get close to that coverage. But if you're in a concrete and steel building or a basement suite, don't expect miracles. The booster can only amplify the signal it receives, so if the outdoor antenna isn't picking up anything, the indoor antenna won't have anything to boost. Another thing to consider is the 5G support. If your business is already running on 5G or planning to upgrade soon, this booster will future-proof your setup. But if you're still on 4G LTE and your carrier hasn't announced a 5G rollout for your area, you might not see an immediate benefit. The booster works with both, but the real speed boost comes from the stronger signal, not the technology itself. The price tag is the biggest hurdle. This isn't a $50 quick fix. It's a serious investment, and you need to decide if the cost is justified by your daily frustrations. If you're losing clients because of dropped calls or missing out on opportunities because your upload speeds crawl, the Office 200 might pay for itself quickly. But if your signal issues are minor or intermittent, a cheaper booster could be enough to tide you over. Who should buy this? If you're a business owner with a larger office, multiple floors, or a location where cell service is consistently poor, this booster is worth the upgrade. It's also a good choice if you want the best possible performance without relying on an installer. Who should skip it? If your office is small, your signal issues are minor, or you're not comfortable with DIY installation, there are cheaper and simpler options out there. The real value here is in the performance and the support. If you've tried cheaper boosters and they didn't move the needle, this one is designed to do the heavy lifting. Just be realistic about your building's limitations and your own DIY skills before you pull the trigger. If you're ready to take the plunge, check out the link in the description to see the latest price and details.